family, this is the Velvet Locks with another wonderful informative video for you. Now in this video I'm going to be talking about how to lose weight if you weigh 200 pounds and more. Okay, so this is a little different because this is an excessive amount of weight loss. When you are trying to lose 200 pounds and more, stay tuned for this video. Now there are some things that you should consider when trying to lose this amount of weight. Now, if you've ever gone on a weight journey, you know that it's a crazy roller coaster, especially if you're trying to lose more than 200 pounds. Now, for those people who are obese or really overweight, this journey can be even harder because what you want and what it takes to get there can seem so far away. Now, if you understand your body and why it's adding on the weight, then it's going to become much easier for you to lose it. It's going to become more easier for you to figure out what you need to do to lose the weight and to keep it off. Now, if you're trying to lose that amount of weight and keep it off, this is going to require a lifestyle change. Now, one thing you should consider is hormones. Hormones are the problem. Now, what many people fail to understand is that we can gain unwanted weight due to just our hormones. Now, it rarely has anything to do with calories or exercise. Now, one of the hormones I want to talk about is leptin. Now, leptin is a hormone that is supposed to let you know when you are full. Now, under normal circumstances, this hormone is released from the fat cells and it travels through the blood to your brain, where it lets the brain know when you are full. Sounds like a pretty good system, right? Well, the problem is that many of us consume too much fructose. Now, fructose is found in large amounts in both fruit and processed foods. Now, the reason why fructose is a problem is that when we consume too much, our liver can't process it. So, our body starts converting it into fat. These fats get sent through the bloodstream as triglycerides, where they get deposited in the liver and elsewhere in the belly. As more fructose is converted to fat, your level of leptin is increased because of fat-produced leptin. Now, when there is too much leptin in your body, then the brain tends to ignore the message that you are full. And you might have guessed it, that will lead you to eating more because your brain did not get the message that you are full. So you are then eating more, and that will lead to weight gain. Another hormone that I want to talk to you about is cortisol. Now, cortisol is also known as the stress hormone, and this is one of the biggest problems for women trying to lose the weight. The reason for this, when cortisol raises, it encourages the conversion of blood sugar into fat. The problem with this is many of us don't need to store that fat for survival. And yet when we stress ourselves out, our cortisol levels raise, causing us to store more fat. So less stress can lead to less fat. Another hormone I want to talk about is estrogen. Now this one applies to my beautiful sisters out there. Now estrogen is great because this is what makes women, estrogen. Unfortunately, it can be one of the main reasons for weight loss. Now, when your estrogen level is at normal levels, it helps to control the amount of insulin produced by your body. And insulin is the hormone that manages the blood sugar. Now that we've gotten the hormones out of the way, we're going to be talking about some other issues for you to think about. Here is the big issue right here. When you eat, your blood sugar raises, and that's just your body's normal reaction. Now, in response, the insulin is sent out to lower the blood sugar levels, and this is by escorting the glucose into 3 different places in your body. Now, it sends a small amount of glucose to your liver, a large amount to your muscles so that they will have super energy, and a small amount to fat storage. Now, super healthy people have pancreases that produce just the right amount of insulin. However, when estrogen levels climb, the cells that produce insulin become strained and you end up becoming insulin resistant. And that's the point when insulin stops transporting as much glucose to the liver and the muscles, but instead it stores more fat. Now, another issue is your carbs. Bad carbs can do so much damage to your body that we don't even realize it. If you want to limit the amount of glucose that your body stores as fat, then you need to consume less of the things that help to create glucose, carbs, and starches. Now, if you love your sodas and your sweets, try staying away from them for a while. you will be surprised that just by doing that, you can actually lose a couple of pounds in a very short amount of time. Now, another thing I want to talk about is eat more protein, eat more fat. Now, here is where people usually get it confused when they slowly get rid of most of the carbs in their diet. They don't replace the carbs with another fuel source. Now, when you lower the amount of carbs that you consume on a daily basis, eventually your body starts to switch to a metabolic state known as ketosis. Now, when it does this, it starts to produce something called ketones, which becomes the new energy cells for your body. Now, proteins contain the essential amino acids that your body craves. So when you go low carb and you don't get enough fats in your body, it will start to rely on protein. And if you end up consuming too much protein, your body will convert that into glucose, which in turn gets stored as fat. Number 4 would be drinking more water. Our bodies are mostly water, and when our bodies don't get enough water, it can't work as efficiently, and our organs kind of switch gears to help each other out. Now, you would be surprised to know that you really have not drank enough water as you should on a daily basis. You should be aiming for between 0.5 ounces to 1 ounce per pound of your body weight. So you should be getting in about 105 to 210 ounces of water every single day. When you start to drink this much water, you will quickly find yourself going to the bathroom a lot more. And that's a good thing because it gives your body more opportunities to flush out those toxins. More water also means more oxygen flowing throughout your body. Increased oxygen leads to increased blood flow, meaning more of your ketones get to travel where they are needed, which means more energy for you. Now, number 5 I would suggest that you do is plan your meals. Now, when you find yourself scrambling for food, you find yourself making terrible mistakes. Now, suddenly that simple lunch turns into a number 3 and a number 7 on the value menu. Now, when you plan your meals out and have prepared them ahead of time, it lets your mind know that you have everything under control. And it's comforting for you to know that you have lunch ready at 12 p.m. and a snack at 3. And when you get home from work and you're tired, it's okay because your dinner is already prepared and waiting for you. Now, let's talk about exercise. The only time I've mentioned exercise was when it was pertained to reducing stress. Now, when you get started on your weight loss journey, you shouldn't make the mistake of diving into that expensive exercise program and try to change your eating habits at the same time. That's just too much of a shock for you. It's hard enough to stick with eating the right things for a week. So when you put yourself through a crazy workout, your willpower decreases, leaving you more susceptible to doing the things that you shouldn't be doing. If you really feel like you need to get some exercise, then go out for a nice 30 to 60 minute walk. Now, this won't melt away the fat instantly, but it will help to keep the metabolism running and is also a great way for you to clear your mind, okay? So I pray that this really was a helpful video for those of you who are trying to learn about your body and why it's harder for you to move that weight. If you're trying to lose over 200 pounds, a lot of your issue probably is hormonal. So understand your body and why it's adding on weight, okay? All right, you guys. So don't forget, like, comment, subscribe. Also, if you have any questions, list them down below at the comment section and know that I am here for you. I'm here to answer your questions, here to help you out, here to support you, okay? So thank you so much for listening to this video. And you know, it's really hard to stay on a weight loss journey, but that's why it's called a journey, all right? Just know that if you feel like giving up, or even if you fall off a little bit, get back on, okay? That's all you need to do. Get back on. Start small. Make small changes. Those are the things that will help you in the long run. Start cutting out one thing at a time. Whether it's the sweets, start off with the excess sugars. Start off by eliminating sodas and juices in your diet, okay? Just strictly waters and teas. Now, if you want to sweeten your teas, sweeten it with stevia, sweeten it with a little honey, but do not use that processed sugar, that refined. Don't use that sugar, okay? Stay away from the sweets. Stay away from the carbonated sodas. Stay away from all of that. Then, as you get rid of that, then you can try another thing, staying away from carbs, okay? So now you got sweets and carbs that you're staying away from, all right? Eliminate things in your diet on a daily. Don't try to do everything at once, because it's going to drive you crazy and it's going to probably make you want to give up, all right? So stick with it, and you can do it. You can do it. You can do it, all right? So as you start to shrink, eventually, as your energy gets up there, you're able to start working out, implementing some weights in your exercise regimen to help firm your body as you're losing the weight. So don't get discouraged, you guys. You can lose it. You can do it. You can do it. All right? And again, as always, I will see you in the next video. Bye. Fam, what are you waiting for? Hit that subscribe button down below. Hit that notification bell right next to it. So this way you will know when I'm uploading another video. So don't forget, hit the subscribe button, give me those likes, thumbs up, and hit that notification bell so you will not miss another one of these type of videos. So let's get started.